Now, the likelihood of surviving other medical conditions has improved as well. For example, polio, which infected hundreds of thousands of Americans in the years after World War II. More than 10,000 new cases were reported in Illinois between 1950 and 1956, when the polio vaccine finally reached wide distribution. The virus causes paralysis because it infects the brain and spinal cord. And if that's overwhelming to you, imagine how it would feel to a 12-year-old. And that's what makes Judy Mix's story and spirit that much more inspiring. Mike Jackson has that story from the vault, 1968.
Judy Mix is 27, going on 28, and since a bout with polio when she was 12 years old, she's been confined for increasing time periods in an iron lung. She lives in Weldon with her parents, and although paralyzed from the neck down, she has found that life can be meaningful regardless of the physical barriers imposed upon her.
It's something you just live with. It's something you make the most of it. You just live each day as it is and take it as it comes, and I don't know, you just do it that way, I guess.
Our people at work have radios. They talk with you from time to time, and I know there are hundreds of people around the area that communicate with you through CB. How did you get interested in radio?
Well, it started 8 years ago this coming May. The Champaign Radio Club decided to give me a radio and an antenna. And they applied for my license, and we just took it from there. And it's been very interesting and very delightful from my point of view. And I don't know, it's a wonderful thing, I think.
As well, you've developed a huge, monstrous doll collection, and I'm told that there are more than 200 and you've lost count. How did you get started with this?
Well, it started 15 years ago, a few years after I had polio. My mother went to the gift shop at the hospital, and she bought a storybook doll. And it was set on the dresser, and as people came to visit, they'd say, "Do you like dolls?" And I, of course, liking dolls, said yes. And it just grew and grew from there, and it's grown to this wonderful collection ever since.
So, for Judy Mix, the world is people, which is not really unpleasant at all. This is Mike Jackson reporting.
Mix was featured in a documentary in the 1980s. A Canadian scientist saw that documentary and invented a portable iron lung that allowed her to leave her home regularly for the first time. Judy Mix passed away in 1993.